This is The Artist's Way, an absolute staple in the genre of self-help slash personal development books written specifically for artists. It is a 12-week long guided journey slash adventure, and I'm going to see if it makes me a better songwriter or a musician, or if it does nothing. Now, if you look closely at my somewhat tattered copy, you could see that this is not my first attempt at The Artist's Way. I have tried before and I gave up and I failed. And that seems pretty common from what I've seen from the Artist's Way side of TikTok. It's a big undertaking, but I could tell even after doing only about half of The Artist's Way last year that it's worth all the effort you put in if you can make it all the way through. Originally published in 1992, Julia Cameron, the author, a very talented writer herself, also led writing classes for struggling creatives in New York City in the 1980s. And she had such an effect on her students that it wasn't soon before long that people were asking her to adapt her approaches of teaching writing and creativity into a book. And it's tremendously popular among creatives of all types. I mean, it's been translated into 40 languages, sold 5 million copies. But I'm going to take you along the journey. And throughout the 12-week process, I'll probably be doing monthly updates on what this is doing for me as a creative person, as a musician, songwriter, and kind of just updating with honesty about how it's affecting my mental health and well-being overall. But I'm not going to be doing it alone. My best man and best pal, Evan, is going to be joining me. There he is, the accountability partner, Mr. Melans,
I'm here.
Sandwich. Are gonna...
Sandwich is the real accountability partner.
He is, although he's lazy and he's not going to do any of it.
Well, he's more of like a natural genius.
That's true. He doesn't need stupid stuff like the Artist's Way to unlock his creative potential. We're going to be doing the Artist's Way together, and it's not our first time doing it. When did we start it? Last year. I feel like it was fall.
Okay, fall.
Yeah, I think it was like September, October, around that.
I would believe that. I remember I was really high on it when I decided to get my mom the book for Christmas. So if Christmas was on the brain, then fall definitely lines up.
Speaking of Christmas, that's probably the number one tip I have to give to people that are going to do the Artist's Way. Is this is supposed to be a 12-week long thing. And if you do it at the later part of the year and any of those 12 weeks are happening during Christmas time, good luck, dude.
Yeah.
That's when I feel like we really lost it.
Oh, that's so true, man. It was Thanksgiving, I remember, and I was like, I'm not going to get up early, get away from the family on Thanksgiving to go work on my pages and everything. And then especially not the next day, you're all fat and full of turkey and stuffing. So.
Yeah, and try doing the media cleanse or whatever in the middle of football season. Like,
oh yeah, well you made an exception for yourself.
I actually on Saturday I was like on no media or no reading week. I was like, I gotta watch football. I'm bad. But what made you want to start doing the Artist's Way?
Yeah, Trice, our friend, told me about it. He had been doing it and talked it up a lot. Trice is a huge writer, like he's a big writer, really good writer, and was just talking about how he felt like it was making him, for one thing, commit to writing every day. And it sounded really simple. Like, all you're really doing is just writing in the morning for a few pages. Like, what's a big deal? So
you're a writer yourself. You you do comedy, improv comedy, things like that. So you're a creative person. Were you Sandwich just sneezed over there. Were you trying to unlock something with your creativity, or were you just
Yeah.
feeling like you needed something like this? What
Yeah, I think I was feeling kind of like stuck creatively. Um, and not even in terms of like output. I don't do a lot of like creative writing that I like publish or anything. I also don't like write songs, but um, I think in terms of work, I want to be able to write things really well and like be proud of the things I write and have fun with it. Um, and at the same time, I wanted to have that same like I wanted to feel more creative in other aspects of my life, like with improv. Um, I think being able to yeah, like come up with something or be quicker in improv was another motivator for me. What about for you?
um I was at the time working a lot as a barista and doing lessons, and was just kind of in a rut a little bit. Being up here in Huntsville, wasn't really adjusted to being up here yet. Everything felt super stressful and weird and different. And I knew there was one week where everything just, it was one bad thing after another. And I was like, man, I just need some kind of change. And then you were like, have you heard of the artist way? And I was like, no, tell me more. And gave me the sales pitch on it. And I was pretty much sold immediately. And I noticed a big difference. I would say a little over like a week, maybe 2 weeks in, of like, man, I just feel a little more articulate. I feel a little more clear headed. I feel like I'm not having to reach for words, and I'm not having to stop in the middle of a conversation because I can't think of the right way to communicate. And the biggest thing with the artist way is the morning pages. Write 3 pages every morning and then not break that and have that consistency just be a part of your day. But that's not the only thing in the artist way. I think a lot of the discourse that I see on TikTok is that people will kind of halfway do the artist way and they'll do the morning pages, but they won't do the artist state and they won't do the weekly tasks. And the morning pages, after I got used to it, it was not a challenge at all. It was cathartic. It was a good
Mm,
part of my day. And I kind of felt like I needed it every morning to just be myself at a certain point.
yeah,
Um, but the tasks that they ask every week, they give you 10 and you're supposed to do about half at least. Like
yeah, that's what they recommend. Yeah, shoot for half at least.
and that's the hardest part, man. Like for me,
Agreed. I definitely really struggled doing the weekly tasks
oh yeah,
um, because not only do you have to kind of schedule out time every morning, which becomes easier. But as someone who like not a big morning person, so that was a struggle at first, really. But then it got easier. But you also have to set aside time for the artist date, which is kind of
right.
easy because it's fun.
The artist date, yeah, that's probably the most underrated part, I would say, of the whole thing. But I think you get so much value from it,
Totally.
or at least I did, because of how rare I think it is for us in our just like day to day lives to just be like, all right, time for my solo me time, and I'm just gonna go to the
Right.
park and write poetry, and it's like
Yeah.
no one's doing
Yeah.
that. But a lot of the stuff in here will make you feel super corny.
Yeah.
But I think a big part of being a creative person is leaning into that, and that's a big part of what the book does. Is it
Mm,
asks you when you feel these um, feelings. I think they call it the censor. It's all coming back to me now a little bit.
right. Yeah. Censor.
That not only do you need to not listen to it, you need to do the opposite of what it's telling you. You know, it's like the George
Look at George Costanza
exactly. So, what are you most looking forward to in the our next attempt at fulfilling the artist way,
finishing it.
finishing it? Yeah,
Um,
honestly,
I think,
that's probably the biggest one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think man, really getting back that clarity of mind
Mhm.
that comes with it. You really nailed it with that. I think that, and seeing again like how fun writing is, how fun it can be, um, and also kind of maintaining that sense of self-reflection. Um, every day, you have, if you wake up and you're feeling a certain way from something the day before, you've gotta
Gotta
you've
feel-
gotta address it.
Yeah.
You can't go through your day grumpy and just choosing to not feel that thing. Yeah,
You have to engage with it because you have 3 pages. Other like, what are you gonna just not write about what you're feeling?
yeah.
For me, I would say the whole angle of this and how we're making it sort of contenty is can the artist way make me a better songwriter? But I I don't feel like that's the area of my life where I need the most growth. The biggest thing for me is taking the business side and the content and everything that isn't making music with the band and making that as big a priority as I can in my life.
Well, that's awesome. I think we can get there, dude. Cheers
Cheers to you.
to you and to writing.
Writing. It's Monday morning and starting the day with the morning pages. The morning pages are probably the biggest part of the artist's way, and every day when you wake up, you want to write 3 pages in a journal. But along with that, we'll be reading the introduction in chapter 1 again. There's a lot of reading to do.
3 big pages. It's a little early. I'm tired. I guess now we'll read the intro. So we're going to start with the basic principles. See, as you can see, I already underlined stuff. And then we'll get into basic tools, and then we'll get into week 1. It's Tuesday morning, day 2 of doing the artist's way, and Monday, very busy. I had the morning, early in the morning, to read the intro, do my first couple pages, and then my wife had an interview that she had to do, so I had to go back to our apartment and make sure the cat didn't make any noise or anything. So I ended up reading chapter 1. Since it's day 2, it's time to go ahead and get our pages out of the way. I'm gonna knock out 3. And at the end of those pages, I'm gonna do some of the affirmations. So one of the first exercises that the book talks about is doing affirmations, saying something to the effect of like, I, James, am a brilliant and prolific potter, painter, poet, whatever you are. And you write that over and over and over again. But here's the catch. You have to write in what the author calls your blurts, which are your censor in your head saying, oh, you're kidding yourself. You're a fool. You're not, you have no real talent. You're a pretender. You're a dilettante. You're a joke. And you write those things in to get used to confronting those negative feelings of self-doubt and seeing them juxtaposed to your affirmations. So we're going to do those at the end of these morning pages today. I don't know why I'm using we, royal we, I guess. I'm the king of this channel. This page is all my affirmations, and then I wrote in the blurts right after. And it kind of sucks to do because you feel bad. You write it. It's like you're bipolar, because I wrote, I, James, am a brilliant musician and songwriter and have the talents and skill set to succeed as a musician. And then I'm just like, bullshit, you suck. You're the worst. And that's part of the exercise, though. It's raining now, though, so I'm gonna go to the gym. Still Tuesday. It's been a bit of a busy start to the week. Haven't had a chance to sit down and write, do some creative stuff, work on music or anything like that. About to head to some makeup piano lessons. But even though I haven't been able to get good creative time in yet this week, I'm still feeling some of that clear-headedness and clarity starting to return, which is fantastic. Really, can't say more good things about it. Just can't. Hopefully this clarity continues. It won't. It never does. Hey there, still Tuesday. So, oh, sorry, that bad the leg, boy. Still Tuesday, and I've got an hour gap between some lessons right now. And I remember saying to myself earlier today, I'm gonna teach myself the Martha, My Dear piano part. And I think I've tried learning it before. It's really hard. So I'm gonna try to take the hour and learn the piano part to it. I've tried to learn this many times and it's already starting to come back to me. Lost it there. Let's try it again. Here's what we got now. Even better. All right, what are we playing? Wednesday morning, 7:30, a little sleepy. Time to do the pages. Yesterday, busy. Didn't have a ton of time to sit down and get creative. But I did find little pockets here and there. Was able to find some time to sit down and play the piano a little bit. That was fun. Worked on my Martha, My Dear chops. And then I did end up going to Brenner's house after work. And we actually worked on some writing a little bit. I wouldn't say I was too aware of, am I feeling artistically productive because of the artist way or anything like that. I was more just in the moment. So this journal is completely finished. Finished it, first page. And I gotta say, today I was really starting to lose myself in the process of the writing, the morning pages. And I think that's one of the best parts, is you just completely detach from your body, and then you find, oh, I've been writing for like 3 minutes and it hasn't felt hard. It's just coming right out. And that's where it starts to feel meditative. So hopefully that can continue throughout the rest of our day. Feeling very good after that first little bit of morning pages. Finally, a bit of time to sit down, work on some music. Hair's crazy. Got the journal, pen, guitar. That's all we need. So I'm gonna sit down, work on a song till I can't anymore. And I'm coming in cold. I got nothing. Let's see what we can do. Typically when I'm cold, coming into a song, I'll just try to find a chord that speaks in some way. That doesn't speak at all. It speaks German. That's kind of neat. Like that little chord to that. Little peanut butter on the hand. Lucky me. No. Kind of got a Dave Matthews feel. Kind of shitty. Yeah, let's fool around with that for a little bit, see what we can do. Been writing for a few minutes. Got a little stanza, 4 lines. And I'm just trying not to judge any of these. Ultimately, not judge anything. Just get the song out, finish it. If it's good, good. If it sucks, go to the next one. And then you got the shit out of your pipes. I can do better than that. I can hear the voice in your head away from here, telling you not to care, but you know that you better stay clear. Empty arms all the way home. Empty arms are all we know. Uh-oh. The boy's got 2 verses. Still have no idea how this is any good at all, but I like this part. Empty arms on the way home. That hook is good. You can't deny it. The rest of it, I don't know. It's kind of mid, but I don't care. Wait, no, I'm not judging it. Okay. Just doing the dishes. And then just stuff starts popping in the head. Gotta write it down. Sit down with the guitar. More stuff starts coming out. Just more coffee. It's Thursday morning. I'm trying to be quiet, but the kettle's going off. My wife is sleeping. I ran through my journal yesterday, so we're gonna, today for morning pages, gotta use my big notebook. Got songs in this, but the pages are really big, so I'm just gonna do 2 pages instead of 3. Done. I know it was only 2 pages, but these are way, way longer than my other book. I'm just gonna tear it out, throw it in with the rest of them. Thursday and I'm back at work. And I got some break in between lessons, so I'm gonna sit down and work on my piano chops. And then I'm gonna sit down and look at some of the other tasks for this week. Also, new reveal, new notebook, completely blank for now. So task number 3 asks you to time travel. Easy. List 3 old enemies of your creative self-worth. Please be as specific as possible in doing this exercise. Your historic monsters are the building blocks of your core negative beliefs. This is your monster hall of fame. More monsters will come to you as you work through your recovery. It is always necessary to acknowledge creative injuries and grieve them. Otherwise, they become creative scar tissue and block your growth. So I'm gonna sit down, write my 3 biggest enemies of my creativity throughout my life, devise a plan to vanquish them for past micro injustices they have inflicted upon me. My ops who have wronged me. I don't have a lot of ops, fortunately. But if you were mean to me in 4th grade, I haven't forgotten about it, and you're in here. Did feel cathartic though. There are countless of those little exercises throughout the Artist's Way book, and sometimes they're just a fun little thing, little exercise you can do, fill up your time for 10-15 minutes. Then other times they really reveal some stuff deep down in there about you, and you just got to do as many as you can. So I'm not really much of a piano player, but I never write on the piano, but this is kind of what I'm working with right now.
So the biggest part of the Artist's Way is definitely the morning pages. Writing 3 pages in a journal every morning as a mind dump exercise. The other biggest thing that you're supposed to do every week is an artist date. What's that? You are supposed to take yourself on a solo little outing, and it's supposed to be fun. And I love that. The old expression, romanticize your life, ring a bell? That whole thing. So, I'm going to Low Mill today, which is an art and entertainment little district in Huntsville. Without a doubt, speed bump. One of the coolest spots in Huntsville. It's an old shoe factory that the city turned into a community space that I guess artists can rent out. So there's art all over the place. Coffee shops, tea places, all sorts of hipstery stuff. It's great. So I'm just gonna kind of walk around, no real objective. If I see some cool stuff, maybe jot it down. Think of something cool, jot it down. Use it later. That's the idea. Brought a tote bag because you got to romanticize your life somehow. You're walking around with a backpack. Very artist of you, I gotta say. Get a chic tote bag. What if you had silhouette tote bags? That would go so hard. Let's do it. There's a big water tower, so you always know where it is. Sweetie? Yeah. Yeah, sweet. That's good. When I did the Artist's Way back originally, I came here for one of my first artist dates, and initially I just kind of went around, looked at some art, and
jotted things down, see if anything makes you want to write. I think this whole gallery is cat themed. That is Sandwich. Got a groovy vinyls place too. Should be cool. Never heard this one. Green sleeves. Oh. Got some like old covers on here. It's cool. Found a pretty comfy chair with a desk. I'm gonna sit down and work through some of these tasks and prompts. Should be fun. Just wrote out a list of people who were great supporters of my creativity throughout my life. And it was very cathartic. Felt good. Just finished up a pretty good little artist date. Let's go. Take time. Treat yourself, baby. It's good for you. Do it. You'll thank me later. Shout out, audiophile, Birmingham Rock. Over at Dylan's house, doing guess what? Writing. Working on new songs. Still feel the rain. Because it rains every day in Alabama. It's Saturday morning, and I'm gonna try to speed run morning pages because I woke up and I forgot to do it, and I have to leave soon. So I'm gonna do my pages really fast, really fast. 21st. Fast. Saturday, it's gig day. It's today. Big one, 3 caves. 3 Caves Quarry. For the Land Trust of Northern Alabama, playing with the red flags. 1, 2, 3 caves. Voila, we're here. We're at the 3 Caves show. It's gonna be super fun. Dylan! Tell them how fun the 3 Caves show is gonna be. Oh, it'll be so much fun. I'm having fun right now, Jay. I'm having fun. The party's just started.
Tangled up in blue.
Not ideal.
Tangled up in blue.
Feeling a bit like a drowned rat.
We'll just swim in down there.
Hello!
Yeah.
So by the wayside, picture this place and time. Dylan, say something for the record. Say something to the people.
Stop! Oh shit, he fell.
No way.
I'm good. Did you get that on video?
No.
No, we were too busy distracted.
We were saying slot.
It's Sunday morning. I've been avoiding wearing hats in these morning videos. I've been wearing hats in these morning videos because of this. But it is early Sunday morning. We're gonna go get brunch with my parents because we had our show last night at the Three Caves Quarry in Huntsville, and it was perfect. It went so well. It was probably our best show we've done. So I'll write about that. And oh my God, I'm so beat. I'm so tired. It's good to do. Your brain is when you're tired. It's just like the sleepy part of your brain. Sunday, after brunch, my parents went very well. On Thursday, I sat down at the piano and I plucked out this little melody that was actually really sweet. And I don't really write on the piano and then put it on the guitar very often, but you get really cool results because obviously you're gonna make choices on the piano that you might not make on the guitar, which is what happened. Hence the capo. I never use capos anymore. I used to, but hey, shut up. I got the song, it's coming together. I put it between two notebooks. Time to toss your keepsakes and trinkets. Time to move on. I know you think it doesn't get no better after 15. Time to toss the Crocs in your closet. Don't you think it's time you got some better clothes for girls at your own age? I said I wanna find out why a voice inside hates what I like. Look back and decide I'm not right. Time to sell your old shit on Facebook. Leave your ex on red just in case they better God don't win in your hard times. Time to up or switch medications. Put the kids to bed, get bed's good. Where's the girl you saw behind those eyes? I just cried. I don't know if it should keep going, write another verse, or it could stop there and be
a nice, short little thing, leave you wanting more, and keep going, keep building, and be kind of epic at the end. Really build it up. Make good progress though. Yeah, so, okay, that feels a lot more clear where it's going now with that. Man, 1 week in, pretty much, 1 week into the Artist Way, and I've been writing definitely more than usual. I think it's just because I'm making the time for it, forcing myself to make the time for it. Not quite every day, because not every day you have time for it. When you work and you have things to do, but when I have time. Really trying, I think I've been better this week about not immediately going for the phone when I have time to myself. Look how beige this whole setup is. Beige shirt, beige background, beige couch, beige chic. Trying to make more time for writing. Still not doing all of the things I want to be doing, which I'll get into next week. But in terms of writing, it is going good. I think that's a pretty cool song. I got started there. Good melody. Chords are cool. Maybe that's going to be the demo next week. Maybe we'll finish and make a demo out of it. Shall we?
See.